If you're looking to buy or sell Madden 21 coins, check out my sponsor MUT Reserve for fast, cheap, and reliable coins. Stop wasting money on packs and get the players you want today. And of course, my code OUTLAW will save you 15%. Yo, what's good everybody? So today I'm going to be showing you on my personal list of the best budget beasts right now in Madden 21 Ultimate Team. So this list is basically just going to be full of cards that, you know, their overalls are low, so their prices are really low too, but they're also just good cards. Like, they still play good. So I'll just show you a list of these, and this is basically, you know, for the no money spent players, the little bit of money spent players, because I mean, this game is really expensive to play this year. It seems like every promo, all the new cards that come out are LTDs and they're hard to pull, and you know, they just want you to keep spending money. So hopefully this guide for all these players will help you out, help you win more games and get a good squad without having to drop a lot of money. And if you're new to the channel, just do me a favor and hit that subscribe button down below, drop a like on the video. Helps me out, helps the channel out. You know, been out here grinding. This has been a very interesting start to the Madden season. This game has definitely been very controversial, to say the least. So yeah, if you guys are new here, I'd greatly appreciate it. All right, so I'm gonna go through each position and I'll tell you the card, the overall, and how much it is. I'll try to start out at the base, you know, the cheapest ones, and then I'll work my way up to the better ones that are maybe like 40, 50K, depending on your price range, how much you want to spend for each one. They're still all going to be decent cards that are going to play good for you. And this is actually my second time recording it. I went through the first time and realized my mic was not on. It's not the first time I've done it. This is like a 45-minute video that I've recorded, and yeah, I got to start over. So, but starting out here, first, budget beast quarterback. We'll do quarterbacks first and then go through the rest. Will be Kyler Murray, 3,800 coins, 70 overall. He has 83 speed and 83 throw power. Not the best card in the world, but he still has 83 speed. That's still one of the faster-ish quarterbacks. You can still run read option, run the ball with him a little bit, but 83 throw power, you want as high throw power as you can get in this game, because it just seems like this year they just underthrow everybody. If you have a guy open deep, you can't throw it to him because it won't make it there. And the next guy here, looks like a really good budget beast actually, is Josh Allen. 78 overall. He has 89 throw power and 76 speed. So, I mean, not the fastest guy, but still 76 speed. You can get out of the pocket. You can scramble a little bit if you have to. And he's 6'5" too. I mean, height is important for your quarterback. You don't want to be trying to throw the ball and hitting your lineman in the back of the head, or having a lineman or defensive lineman swat it down. So 6'5", really important, 76 speed, 89 throw power, 3,500 coins, and you can't go wrong with that. And this card right here might be the sleeper for, you know, budget beasts, is Justin Herbert. He's only 11K, he's an 81, but he has 91 throw power. And he's 6'6". I mean, that's really good. And he has 79 speed. I mean, if I was going to spend the 3,500 for Josh Allen, I would just go ahead, save up, get the extra little bit, spend the 11K for this Justin Herbert card. 91 throw power, 79 speed is not bad, and he's tall, and his throwing accuracy is really not bad at all. I mean, 79 short, 73 mid, and 72 deep. I mean, I personally haven't tried this card, but he does look really good. So, I mean, for 11K, I would try him out. And then the next one will be another Kyler Murray. This is his 82 Superstar MVP card. 85 speed with 85 throw power. So really good speed. You can run read option, you know, scramble a lot with him. His throwing stats are pretty decent too. He's only 20K. And since he's a Superstar MVP, he comes with an X Factor and an ability already, so you don't have to spend training on that. The ability is Safety Valve, and I'm pretty sure that's just better catching from your running back. The run and gun one, I don't even think that one's that great. So not the best abilities, but I mean, you would have to spend training on him. So not a bad card for 20K. And then the next one would be Cam Newton as well. He's 23K, 6'5". That's important. Kyler Murray just to me just doesn't do it, but I mean, he is fast. If there might be people out there that want to use him, he's 5'10" though. Cam Newton 6'5" with 88 throw power and 80 speed. So he can still get out of the pocket, scramble, and he has good throwing stats. I mean, really good throwing stats. He's only 23K. So I mean, if it was me, I mean, I know I'm a Panthers fan, but Cam Newton is definitely a good budget beast. For the price for 23K. And this would be kind of like top level as far as budget beats, because he's 45K, but Daniel Jones right here, 84. He's also 6'5". Like I said, height matters. 81 speed with 87 throw power, and his throwing stats are really good. I mean, 83 short, 79 mid, and 79 deep. Overall, not a bad card at all, but he's still 45K. So if you're trying to be super budget, this might not be in your price range, but I mean, it's also a good card too. Now we'll go to receivers. There's a lot of good receivers in this game that are cheap and they're good budget beasts. I mean, you don't have to have Brandon Cooks. You don't have to have Tyreek Hill. Yeah, they do get really good abilities. You know, they get Slot-O-Matic, all those good abilities, Slot Apprentice, all those that everybody wants. But I mean, John Ross, 74, he has 89 speed. I mean, that's pretty fast for a receiver. I mean, almost basically the same speed as Tyreek and Brandon Cooks. I mean, they have 90 and 91 speed, but John Ross, 89 speed for 3,500K. Definitely not a bad option. Same thing with Henry Ruggs, who is 6K. He has 89 speed. And Marquise Goodwin, who also has 89 speed for 3,600. And Marquise Brown, who also has 89 speed for 7,500. And there's four receivers right there for, 20K, and you get speed out there. Now, I know speed is important. I mean, route running is good too. Their route running isn't the best at all. But I mean, hey, speed does kill a lot of the times. And these guys would also be good at kick return and punt return. They're fast. I mean, you don't have to worry about route running, and I mean, you might have to worry about fumbling, but I mean, still fast cards be good there too. McCole Hardman, 1600 for 88 speed, 87 speed on Paris Campbell, who's 1200. If you wanted to spend a little bit more than Justin Jefferson, 40K, he has 88 speed, and Jerry Jeudy, 42K, he has 88 speed as well. But they also have good route running. They'd be, you know, if you wanted to spend more, 40K, those would be good receivers too. And running backs, I know there is a team captain for running back. I think it's Eddie George. A lot of people use him. If you use him, then you don't have to really worry about this because he's a good card. But out of the running backs, let's see, Raheem Mostert for 15K, 86 speed, 80 carrying, 85 excel. Basically, for running backs, I'm just looking at speed and carrying because I don't want them to fumble, get hit, stick, and fumble. Matt Breida, 86 speed with 71 carrying. He's only 7,500K. He'd be a good backup probably. And another good one would be this 82 Bo Jackson. He's 21K, but he has 85 speed with 80 trucking and 81 break tackle. If you wanted to have Bo Jackson, but not, you know, the really good Bo Jackson, this one would still be a decent one to have. He's not the fastest guy in the world, but he'd still be a good budget card. And then if you wanted to spend a little bit more on this Cam Akers card for 41K, he has 88 speed, 76 carrying, 74 truck, 75 break tackle. Overall, a really good card for, only 41K. I see a lot of people use this card. So, if you got extra coins to spend, this will also be a really good option. And then fullbacks, the positions that don't really matter, like fullback and stuff like that, I won't talk too much about them, but CJ Ham, 15K, not a bad card. If you really wanted a good fullback, you can pick him up. Tight ends, there's not a lot of depth at tight end at this point in the year. There are still some good tight end cards you can use. Evan Ingram, he has 83 speed, decent catching traffic, 4,500K. That's not a lot at all. Same thing with Hayden Hurst, 83 speed. Really good catching, 13K. So, he's a little bit more expensive, but still not a bad card. Darren Waller, everybody knows Darren Waller is usually one of the better tight ends because he's fast. He hasn't gotten an upgrade in a while, even though he probably deserved it after his performance last week. But hey, it is what it is. 82 speed, 84 catching, and 80 short route running for 16K. He's a good card too. Same thing. Noah Fant and Jonnu Smith, they each have 81 and 82 speed. 2,300K and 3K for those cards. So cheaper options, they might be good backups for you. And offensive linemen, honestly, I'll kind of go through them pretty fast, but it seems like this year, you don't have to spend the most coins to get the best lineman in the game, because if your opponent, if they have, 2 edge threats on each side, they're going to scream at you every single time, no matter if you have 90 overall linemen or if you have 75 overall linemen, honestly. So, if it's me, I'm trying to get a lineman that can get edge protector, especially my 2 tackles. So Russell Okung, he's a superstar MVP, 82 overall, 17K, and he gets edge protector as his, that's the ability that he comes with. So you don't have to spend any training. He comes with it. You just throw him in your lineup and activate him. Comes with edge protector that will counteract edge threat. Left guard, we have 80 Alex Lewis. He's also a superstar MVP. He is 14K. His ability is Puller Elite, which is good for if you run like 0-1 trap, if you run counters, tosses. That's a good ability for those kinds of runs. And I know 0-1 trap, there's a lot of people that run that. So this might be a good card for you since he comes with that ability. And overall, his stats just aren't bad in general. He has pretty good run blocking, pretty decent pass blocking. If you step it up a little bit, Andrew Norwell, he's actually 12K. He's actually cheaper. His stats are better, but he's not going to come with the ability. Then you could also look at Joe Thuney or Larry Allen, the 82 overall Larry Allen. They're each about 20K. Those are also good cards for your left guard. And then over at center, center is probably one of the more critical positions on your O-line. If you're a passer, Ryan Kelly, 81 for 14K, has good pass blocking. Run blocking is a little bit less, but if you're a runner, David Andrews has good run blocking. Pass blocking is a little bit lesser. They're about the same price. Both 81s, both about 15K. Marquise Pouncey is also pretty good. He has pretty average stats. He has good pass blocking and good run blocking for 18K. And also, I think Alex Mack has really good run blocking. Really good at run blocking, actually, for 22K. His pass blocking is still pretty decent, too, so that's also a good option. Right guard, basically Larry Allen here. Really good stats across the board. He's only 20K. He's an 81. Shaq Mason, really good run blocking, 23K. And then Larry Allen, also, if you get Larry Allen at your left guard, then you can't get him at your right guard, but if he'd be good there too. And then if you wanted to spend a little bit more, David DeCastro for 50K, 52K, he has really good stats across the board. Really good pass blocking, really good run blocking. If you want to spend a little bit more, that'd be the card that I would get. I think AJ McCann also has really good stats for 43K, a little bit cheaper. but still good stats. And then to round out the offensive line, your right tackle, Orlando Brown Jr., he's an 80 overall for 10K. Good stats across the board. I mean, just pretty average everywhere. He's not, really good at running or really good at passing. He's just pretty good everywhere. So he'd be a decent card to pick up. Same thing with Mike Mckinley. He has better run blocking than pass blocking, so if you're a runner, he might be an option for you. Brian Balaga has good pass blocking. He's only 17K, an 82 overall. And then Jack Conklin, good stats across the board, 23K. It's a little bit more, but I mean, pretty good stats across the board. And then corners, I mean, it's important to have good, fast corners. There's a lot of good ones that are just really cheap. And the MVP of Budget Beast is Dante Jackson. 80 overall for 10K. He has 89 speed. If you get his power up, power him up. It won't be that expensive. Won't be that much training at all to power him up. He'll get 90 speed, and just 1 or 2 speed always makes a big difference, especially if you're playing somebody with fast receivers. So he'll have 90 speed powered up. He's only 10K. You got to have him on your team for sure. He is the budget beast of budget beasts. And another good one, if you want to have Denzel Ward, but you don't want to spend 1.1 mil on his limited edition, his core elite, it's an 81. It has 88 speed, good coverages, good acceleration. He's only 12K. So, I mean, honestly, if anything, he might be a decoy. If they don't check your overalls and they see Denzel Ward on the field, they're just going to assume it's probably the 91, and they might not even throw his way at all. So, I mean, that might be an option for you too. 12K, definitely not bad at all. Same thing with Jeff Gladney, 88 speed. He's only 12K. He's kind of shorter, 5'10", but still good speed, good acceleration. He'd be good maybe in the slot probably. But yeah, he's also a good card. And if you wanted to spend a little bit more, the two that I see a lot are AJ Terrell. He's only 44K. He has 90 speed. He's one of the faster corners, if not besides Denzel Ward, he's one of the fastest guys. Also with Trey Waynes, he's 41K with 90 speed. So those two good really cards right there for, almost 90K. You'd have two good corners that are really fast. And then safeties. I know a lot of people, they want hit power at safety. They're free safety, they're strong safety. They want hit power. So if somebody's running the ball, they can just pop them and hope for a fumble. But it seems like EA is just nerfing fumbles. They don't want people fumbling. As much as I've played and as much as I've just, took Lamar's head off with Steve Atwater or whoever, nobody fumbles in this game. So I don't even care about hit power anymore. I'm just looking at speed, coverages, whatever. And then Troy Apke for 3,800 at your free safety. He has 90 speed. He's the fastest free safety in the game, and he's a 76 overall. He is also a really good budget beast. Most people have him on their team just because he's so fast. So definitely get him on your squad for only 3,800 coins. Same thing with Darnell Savage. He has 89 speed, and he's only 3,800. Darnell Savage, 87 speed for 3K. He's only a 74. His coverage stats aren't that great. He has decent hit power. But also Grant Delpit, he has 86 speed. He's 40K. He's a little bit more. But he has 88 hit power and 83 zone coverage with 79 man. He's a really good card if you have the extra coins to spend. Because I know a lot of people, they want to get as many free safeties as they can, as many strong safeties, because they're not using their linebackers. They're just subbing those guys in at linebacker and, their nickel sets and whatever sets they're using. They're just subbing in safeties. They don't even use their linebackers. So yeah, all these guys you can stack up on your team. I would definitely do that. And then strong safety. There's not a whole lot of good budget beast here without spending a little bit of coin. One here is the 76 Isaiah Simmons. He has 85 speed. He's 6'4" as well with 85 excel and 78 hit power. He's only 5,500. He'd definitely be a good backup somewhere in there just to throw him in there. If you don't have a lot of coins to spend. Also Adrian Amos with 86 speed and 85 excel. He's 6 foot. He's 18K and he has 83 zone coverage. So definitely not bad there. His hit power is 77 too. If you wanted to spend a little bit more money, these guys right here are the best. Jeremy Chin, 6'3" with 88 speed. He's 42K. He has good hit power, good coverage stats, really high acceleration. And then Terrell Edmonds, a lot of people use this card. He has 89 speed with 89 excel, 90 hit power, and good coverage stats. He's 43K. So if you have a little bit more extra coins, I would definitely recommend one of these guys here, whether it be Jeremy Chin or Terrell Edmonds. And now we'll go to the defensive line first. We'll just look at these positions. There's not a lot of good depth here as far as budget beast, but the superstar MVPs that came out are really good cards and they're really cheap. So this Jeffrey Simmons right here, he's only 16K, but he comes with reach elite and run stuffer as his X factor. And I know there's a lot of people that run the ball a lot in this game. Especially with this latest patch where receivers are dropping wide open balls. You need some guys on your team that can stop the freaking run. It's annoying, I know, but this Jeffrey Simmons comes with reach elite. That's a good ability because if he's engaged with the blocker and somebody runs by him, he'll just stick his arm out and magically tackle him basically. So that's a good ability. He's probably your best left end for, as far as budget. 16K, definitely not bad. And then for right end, we have Mckinley, 17K. He's another superstar MVP. He comes with Speedster as an ability and Unstoppable Force as his X Factor. I'm not really sure what Speedster does. I'm pretty sure that's an ability where you have to be using him for it to activate. So if you're a D-line user, then this might be the card for you. If not, this Chase Young card right here, 83 for 25K. He's a really good card overall, has decent block shedding, good power move, good finesse move, good tackling, good strength, and he's fast, 81 speed with 87 acceleration. For 25K, he looks like a really good card. So, there's not a lot of depth at D-tackle as far as budget beasts. I mean, I know there's a lot of people just run the ball. So all they want to do is just run the ball. So you got to have some good D-tackle, some good big guys in the middle to stop, the halfback dives and stuff. If you pick Leroy Glover as your team captain, he's probably one of the best ones. And obviously you wouldn't have to spend any money for him if you had the team captain tokens. So if you have him, good. If not, we can look down at so some good ones here would be Richard Seymour. This is one of his Legends pieces. He's 21K, good block shedding, good power move, good strength. Block shedding is really key for, stopping the run. Same thing with Merlin Olsen, 82 block shedding with 81 power move and 80 tackle and 84 strength. He's only 21K, so 2 cards right there for 40K. That would be good budget cards. Jonathan Allen is the superstar MVP for this one, who has extra credit as his ability. Now, I'm also not really sure what that does. I'm pretty sure it's another usering ability. For 17K, he looks okay. I would probably just spend the extra 5K and get one of these guys right here, which is Seymour, Merlin Olsen. Kawan Short, I think, also has really good block shed. He's only 16K. So, one of these guys right here would be who I would pick up. And then, like I was saying earlier, I'll go through the linebackers. I'll tell you which ones to get if you really want to use them. But, most people just aren't using them. They're just getting the fast safeties and they're just subbing them in. And then that's how they're using them. Because, the linebackers, there's not really a lot of great linebackers in the game right now. I think there's a few good ones, but they're expensive. So, I'll go through these. The only time that any of these linebackers see my field is if I come out in 3-4 odd to try to stop the run, stuff like that. If somebody just run the ball on me every play and I'm struggling to stop it, I come out in 3-4 odd and I just send the crib, and that's how I stop the run. So that's the only time these guys would see my field. I don't know how to say this guy's name. On the Chargers, Uchenna Nwosu, I don't know. Somebody's gonna roast me for how I pronounce that name. I know it's not right, but 13K. He's one of the superstar MVP cards. So he comes with Speedster and Unstoppable Force. Speedster is the same ability before. I think it's like a user ability. Overall, his stats are not bad for 13K. I'd probably pick him up. I think Darius Leonard is also a good one. He has pretty good stats too for 18K. And then TJ Watt is another good one for 24K. That's a little bit on the upper end for somebody that might not see your field that much, honestly. So depending on your play style, what defense you're running, if you know you're going to need this guy, then spend a little bit extra money. But if not, then I would get one of these cheaper guys for somebody that might not see your field that much, depending on how you're running your defense. And the same thing with middle linebacker. I know Sam Mills is the MUT Master this year. You got to grind a lot to get him all the way up to 94. But when you get him to 94, I think he has like 90 speed. He's really fast. He's a really good card once you get him all the way up. But until you get there, I know it's a long time to grind. A lot of people don't have him all the way up there. So it doesn't really matter. But there's only one guy here that I want. And that's Patrick Queen. 12,000 coins. He's an 81 overall with 86 speed. That's all I care about. 86 speed with 82 hit power. He was a good card last year. He's a good card this year. I wouldn't spend my coins on anyone else at all for people that aren't going to see my field. And I guess I should just say this too. If you do the Rivals challenges, you get the Rivals token. I'm sure a lot of you already know this. Jalen Smith is free if you do all those challenges. Get the Rivals token, and then you can use it on him. He's definitely not a bad card either with 83 speed, 86 excel, and 87 hit power. But honestly, I probably would still prefer Patrick Queen. And then for the right outside linebacker, finally, we got Mac Wilson. He is the superstar MVP. He has a good ability, which is secure tackler. Means he won't get juked out as much, won't get faked out as much. He'll make the tackle. 14K, 81 overall, 81 speed. Not a bad card at all. He'd be really good at stopping the run. Another good one would be this Lawrence Taylor, either the 82 or the 83. I'd probably say the 82. He's faster, has better block shedding. So, 20K for him. Or maybe Shaquille Barrett. Shaquille Barrett's really good at pass rush, and probably pretty good in the run too. He has 77 block shed. So any of these guys, but if it was me, I'd probably just get Mac Wilson since, like I said, they would not see my field that much. But yeah, that's who I would use. And then kickers, it doesn't really matter for kicker too much. I'm sure a lot of you don't really care. But Joey Sly has 84 kick power. And he's only 10K. So, probably one of the better kickers, and he's cheaper. For me, all I care about my kicker is how far they can kick it. Like how far my field goal range is whenever I'm trying, my last second, field goal. I need to know where I need to be at. And I know Joey Sly can kick it a pretty good distance. So, and then with punter, bro, it's Madden 21. Who punts? Everybody. 4th and 70, they're going to go for it anyway. So, if you want a good punter, I think I saw one in here earlier. Jamie Gillian, 83 kick power, 12K, boom, there you go. So that's basically it for my budget squad. I mean, if you're new to the game and you don't have any cards at all and 0 coins, just go grind out some challenges, get some coins, and then the positions you probably want to get first will definitely be quarterback, definitely some good receivers, definitely some good corners, good running back. That's where I would start out first. Just get some of those cheap cards that are like 3K that have good speed. I mean, just when you're just trying to grind out challenges, that's all you're really trying to do right now, playing against the computer, then I promise you speed kills. Definitely against the CPU. Get those fast guys that are like 3K, build out your team, then just that way you can compete better against the CPU at least, and you can win more challenges, get more coins, and then you can start, getting some of those better upgrades that are like 10K, 20K. So if you've been playing the game, you got a little bit extra coins, you got a decent team already, then you can kind of just get the positions that you need first. And then there's plenty of budget options out there that are really good. So, but I hope this video helped. If it did, just do me a favor and drop a like, leave a comment down below, subscribe if you haven't done that yet. And then, that's basically about it for this video. If you have any questions at all about any of these players, if I just went too fast through something or you don't understand something, just drop it down below. I'll do my best to answer it. And then, yeah, that'll be it for this video, guys. So we'll see you in the next one. Peace.